Athletes, welcome back. We have another great day of fitness for you. This is full body. We've got running, we've got marching, we've got squats, we've got object holds, we've even got some bear hover shoulder taps. Can't wait to get started with you. It's coming up next. Athletes, your warm-up is starting now. We've got 10 seconds on the clock. So we are gonna be starting out with inchworms first. So your inchworms are starting in 3, 2, 1, and go. We are walking our way out to our push-up position for Brock. And then Becca is currently expecting, she's 30 weeks along, so we are doing no push-up at the bottom there. But we are mimicking what's coming up with our bear hover shoulder taps and then also our wall walks. I'm gonna have athletes do one more inchworm and then they're gonna stand up for me. We also have running in today's workout and we have controlled skipping in place. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go into a heel toe rock. So we're gonna go up onto our toes and back onto our heels. And I want you to alternate back and forth here because we're getting our lower body warmed up for that dynamic movement that we are gonna do in our version of today's workout. I'm gonna have athletes go through this another 2 to 3 reps. And then what we're gonna do is that we're gonna take our feet and move them out to where we normally air squat at. And I want you guys just to go through normal speed squats right now. So at your pace, go through that range of motion that you would like. We're gonna have Brock on a platform, so he's got a little bit of a knee issue, so he can squat down to that surface. If you guys are using that at home, find a surface that's gonna allow you to get 2 parallel or a little bit below. Always make sure we're keeping that pain level to a minimum. So if we get above a 3 or a 4, we need to think about modifying the movement. After that, we're gonna go ahead and relax and we're gonna move to our object now that we are holding or that we're gonna be walking with. So I'm gonna have both athletes pick those objects up and then we're gonna stand here. So we're gonna talk about our day. We're gonna assess how we're feeling. We're thinking about our favorite movie to get ourselves motivated so we can watch it after this. I'm gonna have athletes right now start marching in place as well. So with your march in place, we do have the object carry, the farmer carry prescribed for today's workout for your RX version. If you don't have room to do that, we're gonna do a hold in place with Brock. Becca is going to be doing these marches. Go ahead and relax and put your objects down on the floor. We're going back into squats now. So with these squats, same thing. If we want to speed these up just a little bit, we're going to go through these, making sure we're getting full range of motion. When we go fast on squats, it's very easy to cut that range of motion short by not standing up all the way. Make sure you get your chest tall at the top so we get hips open all the way. I'm going to have athletes relax, and then we're going to go back into those heel toe rocks for me. So give me heel toe rocks up onto your toes, back onto your heels. At this point, if you guys are gonna be running in this workout, this is the chance you can do a little bit of a jog if you want to. Figure out your distance for the workout. These are short distances, so it's 100 meters out and 100 meters back. So you don't need a lot of space here. If you don't have that marked out, we're doing it now. And then the last thing we're gonna do is that I'm gonna have both athletes go into their versions of wall walks or bear hover holds. So Brock is gonna be doing wall walks, and then we've got Becca going into her hover holds with the shoulder tap. Making sure we understand this position and we're comfortable with this. Brock is getting himself up onto the wall. He's not going full range of motion yet. We're saving those good reps for the workout because we do have some competition here to see who can get done the fastest. I'm gonna have athletes relax in 3, 2, 1, and that concludes your warm up. So let's get ready. The business is coming up next. We're getting into some serious fitness. So put yourself on silent, grab some water, and let's get ready to rock. Athletes, your workout is starting now. We've got 10 seconds on the clock. We are getting into wall walks and bear hover shoulder taps. So take your positions. We are starting in 3, 2, and 1, go. We've got Becca working on these bear hover hold shoulder taps, making sure we're in a quadruped position, which is a fancy way of saying you're on your hands and your toes. Knees are slightly elevated off the floor. She's got 30 total reps here. We got Brock hammering out his wall walks. We do have the lines on the floor, so please make sure that you've got those set up for yourself as well. We've got Becca finishing up on these shoulder taps. Brock is still on his wall walk. There's no competition here, but she is currently in first. Next, we've got Brock moving on to his 100-meter run. We've got Becca doing a 30-second controlled skipping in place. Now with this, she can go easier in terms of the pacing and do what she's doing. We can make it a little bit more dynamic if we like, but that controlled version for Becca is what we want for today. Just because she is expecting, we're making sure that we're keeping her in line with what's been suggested for her. So now she's going into an air squat to a rise. This simply means you are gonna get into an air squat and then go up on your toes at the very top. Make sure you're doing this in a controlled fashion. This is a movement that's very easy to get off balance. So if you haven't tried it before the workout, stop for just a second, get onto those tiptoes and make sure that you feel good with that movement. We've got Brock going into his jumping squats. Now with this, Brock is going down to a target because he has a little bit of a knee issue going on. We're making sure that that target allows us to get at or below parallel. Brock is gonna finish up here. We've got Becca going into her minute 45 marching with an object. Now with these marches, we're making sure that we're keeping those knees at a place that would be similar to where we would be walking with this object. Brock does not have a distance that he can go. He's gonna do an object hold. Now prescribed for Brock would be the object farmer carry, but we're in the studio, so we don't have 200 meters of space here. If you guys are doing this in your apartment or your house and you can't get outside, the hold is what you can do here, and you can challenge yourself a little bit by getting a heavier object. So we're going for a minute 45 total. If athletes place these objects on the ground at any point, their time stops. So you need to know how much you've accumulated. So if I'm going a minute 45 total, I get 45 seconds and need to put them down. I still have a minute of holding left to go. We don't have a lot of grip work in this workout besides what we're currently doing. So you guys can challenge yourself. It's gonna get a little bad here because our hands are gonna wanna let go of those objects. If you need to let go, obviously please set them down on the floor, just don't drop them and hang on. Focus on your breathing here. When you're doing planks, when you're doing holds, an easy way to pass that time is focus on a breath count in and a breath count out. So keep holding and stay steady here. We got Becca marching along. She's doing great. She's going places, but she's staying in place. We got Brock. The stoicism is strong right now. He's internally finding that place that he needs to be at so he can hang on to these 80-pound dumbbells without putting them down. We're doing a great job. This minute 45, Becca got her minute 45 done in minute 30, but that's okay. I'm kidding. You were all the way. You were good. She's onto her air squats with a rise. We got Brock finishing up, and he's thinking about how he's gonna attack this workout to be victorious in this downhill portion of this pyramid that we have ascended right now. So Brock is gonna finish up at his minute 45, and he's going back into the jumping air squats. On your jumping air squats, there is not prescribed height that you jump. So as long as you make clearance with the floor, it can be 1 inch, it can be half an inch, whatever it is, you pick, but we're working our way through these reps. We got Becca skipping along here. I could do my my famous Wizard of Oz Lollipop Guild song, but I won't for copyright reasons. So she is marching right along. She's got 30 seconds of this. We've got Brock finishing up his jumping air squats, and he's gonna go into his 100-meter run. We are almost done with this workout. This is a quick one, so keep that intensity up because we are almost done. We need you guys to stay with this. We've got Becca going down to her bear hover hold shoulder taps. Again, making sure that back is level. So when we get onto this, I wanna make sure our hips are not higher than our shoulders, and then we're shifting that weight side to side. Brock is focused, he's on to his 100 meters. Becca has finished up with her hover hold. And that smile is not one of boasting, it's of accomplishment because she just did a great job. Brock is delirious from his run. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's on to his wall walks, he's doing great. This is number 3, and we hope that you can make wall walks look as easy as Brock makes them look. We've got 1 final rep here. We've got 2 final reps here because I can't count. And then we are done with this workout and all the way back before those feet come off. Fantastic job. Great job, athletes. Brock, great work. Becca, fantastic victory for you. So thank you again. If you guys are still working at home, keep going. You don't stop just because we finished here. So get all your reps in, see that workout all the way through. We got your cool down coming up next. Athletes, thank you again for joining us for another wonderful day of fitness. You guys did great. Now, if you liked what you did here today, please make sure you check out the Mayhem Athlete community. If you were already not a part of our community, we welcome you to join us because we've got workouts that range from CrossFit to functional fitness to bodybuilding to anything you could possibly want, and you can do it anywhere. You could do it in a box with a fox in a house with a mouse, or you can do it on the road in a hotel. So check out the Mayhem Athlete community today to find like-minded individuals that will not only push you towards your goal, but support you along the way. Whether your goals are to just get fitter for everyday life or to make it all the way to the competition floor, we've got something for you. Now, I always say this is the point that I always get so
serious, because your cool down is very important. Your body always takes care of you, so it's time to take care of your body. Check out this mobility or cool down routine that we've got for you, and please make sure you stick around to do that all the way through. As always, remember, be a good person, be kind, and check us out again next time for another great workout.